I'm Abeer. I was the Financial Times correspondent in Saudi Arabia for 3 years. I would like to show you today how there is a big debate in Saudi Arabia that really underreported, but in this country, which is, they don't have political parties, they don't have any kind of unions, there is a big political and social and economic battle, and it's being fought online because it's impossible to have a discussion in a university or to form a political party to push with your agenda or to lobby for any change. But it's interesting because everyone is joining in. Within weeks of joining Twitter, Sheikh bin Jibreen got like 6,000 followers. Within days, he got more and more. People asking questions online about religious or personal issues, and he answers back. But he's dead, actually. He died 2 years before he started his Twitter account. But his students thought that this was the best way now to reach to a new generation of Saudis. Today he has like 100,000, almost 100,000 followers. Other Saudi clerics, they joined in as well, especially after 2011, after the Arab Spring. But what made them more popular, someone like Sheikh Mohammed al-Arifi, he has 7 million followers. What made him, and Sheikh Salman al-Auda has 3.8 million followers. And I think Sheikh Salman is actually more popular than Mohammed al-Arifi, but for some reason, Mohammed al-Arifi has more followers. But what's different about those sheikhs, they were not just answering religious questions, they were talking politics, especially after the Arab Spring. People were in Saudi Arabia were always told that this is the best country, they are living in the richest country, the most conservative place, and this is the pure kind of Islam, and everybody aspires to be in Saudi Arabia. But during the Arab Spring, people started asking questions, why we don't have more than this, why we don't have freedom. Liberals and activist bloggers were the early users of Twitter, but the sheikhs thought to gain influence, to maintain their influence, they have to join Twitter as well. They have to just reach to people. It used to be that people reached to the sheikhs in mosque or in their homes, but now the sheikhs are keen to reach to people and to talk about politics. So it gave just ordinary people like Asam al-Zamir, for example. He organized a campaign in 2011 against a dairy company because they were raising the prices of milk. And the government actually at that time, 2011, was responsive. So they forced the dairy company to reduce the prices or to maintain the price. In a way, this gives someone like Assam, who's not a cleric, he's not a royal, just on his Twitter account and YouTube, unprecedented power. This could only happen because of the social media and because of Twitter, and specifically Twitter, because Saudis virtually live online, and it's because of the restriction because of gender segregation, of course, and also because the society is very divided among strong tribes, weak tribes. This tribe doesn't mingle with this tribe, this big family doesn't mingle with this small family, and of course women don't mingle with men. But on social media, especially on Twitter, not just forums, not online forums, all this is gone, all the barriers are gone. So it just gives someone like Assam great importance. So Twitter has become virtually the Saudi street, the virtual Saudi street. While in Cairo, people would go to Tahrir or would just protest. Saudis can't do this, but they can protest online. So the government, 2011, in a way, they were tolerant of this. And they were tolerant for calls for reforms, especially by someone like Muhammad Fahd al-Qahtani. He's a great guy. He's spending 10 years in prison because he called for reform. Not only that, he was calling for reform for 5, 6 years. But what is different that also after 2011, he's been tweeting a lot about rights and citizen rights and prisoners' rights. It used to be like the clerics would only lobby for the prisoners who are religious. Liberals would lobby for the prisoners who are liberals. But he was just lobbying for everyone and talking about rights, corruption, land ownership, why we do in such big country, housing is, Saudi Arabia is 3 times the size of France, so why are we having such expensive houses? So he's asking all these questions, but what got them really angry at him, that he was tweeting he's being interrogated, of course, and he was tweeting all the questions that he was asked by the prosecutor and the answers. And his answer was just so inspiring because, like thousands of Saudis, or millions actually of Saudis who are using Twitter online, were just looking at his opinions and things regarding like freedom of expression, rights to have elected parliament, rights of fair trial. So he got 10 years in prison. A journalist, Iman al-Qahtani, a young Saudi journalist, who was attending these trials, and she was also tweeting what was going on. She was banned from tweeting in April, and now she's banned from traveling. So she basically stuck at home. She cannot get a job because no one wants to hire her because the government doesn't like her. Activists like Walid Abul Khair, he's from Jeddah, and this is his wife. His wife was put in prison a few years ago because she disobeyed her father. And in Saudi Arabia, of course, the male guardian, was before they got married. A father or a brother or even underage son is basically controlling the life of women there. So she had a problem with her father, so he basically filed a case against her, and the judge just threw her in prison so that she would understand the importance of her father's and her life. I mean, there was not even like a court case against her. And he was tweeting about this, and he was talking to people, including me, and so he was sentenced actually last week to 3 months in prison. He's banned from traveling, and he's facing several cases, including talking to me, Financial Times, and talking to foreign human rights group like Human Rights Watch. But all those people are now heroes for many Saudis. They made a lot of difference for them because they got so many ordinary Saudis. They give them the courage that you don't have to be a cleric, you don't need a mosque, and this is something unprecedented. You always needed a mosque, you always needed to be a cleric with a beard or some kind of a PhD from somewhere, but those are just ordinary people telling other ordinary people that you can do it too, you have to know your rights. So reading the public opinion, even like the royals, Prince Walid bin Talal, when he wanted to show that he cares about the people, he posted on his Twitter account some letters that he sent to the government a few weeks before to show that he was demanding reforms, economic reforms, political reforms. But he didn't get much attention because ordinary people like Qahtani and others were talking about this for months and months. So suddenly, the thing that, again, Twitter created is for Saudis just to feel their own power. Ordinary people. Still, it's online. I'm not saying they are out in the street, and I don't think it's going to happen soon. But this power that they are challenging they are challenging the royals online, they are challenging the clerics online, because some clerics would have like weird fatwas or something. It used to be in Saudi Arabia, it's a taboo just to discuss whatever the clerics are saying or to challenge it, and if you do, you have to do it secretly because you have to respect them. But people don't accept this anymore. People just don't think that the clerics or the royals should lead them. This guy, Sheikh Saleh al-Ghaidan, he told during the recent online campaign to lift the ban on women driving, he said that driving affects women's ovaries and their ability to have children, normal children in the future. In the past, people would be really afraid to say anything, even if they think it's ridiculous. Or some people will even justify what he's saying. Or if they criticize him, he'll be behind closed door because it's a taboo. He's a guy who's representing God. But now, it's not the case anymore. And what was the response?
No woman, no drive. Say, I remember when you used to sit in the family car, but backseat. Ovaries so safe and well, so you can make lots and lots of babies. Good friends we've had and good friends we've lost on the highway. In this bright future, you can't forget your past. So put your car key away. No woman, no drive. No woman, no drive. Here, little sister, don't touch that wheel. No woman, no drive. I remember when you used to sit in the family car, but backseat. Of course the driver can take you everywhere, because the queens don't drive.
In every single word, he said he was making fun of the clerics, of course, indirectly, or like everyone in Saudi Arabia knows that women don't drive because they're queen, they're great. Everything he said, even at the beginning, that we're not going to use music, because he was making fun of the clerics as well. And I think this is the future. Thank you.